It's important that we protect this city, because this city is powerful to me. I'm not leaving. You know, Joe Rogan, a bunch of other Hollywood guys, they left. You know what? I can't say the word because my children are here, but they're quitters. I refuse to be a quitter.
I hope you have a wonderful birthday, man. Happy day is your day today.
I came in at the best shape I possibly could, and that was a tip-top shape. And Chuck didn't. Chuck came in with his mouth, run his mouth. He was cashing checks that his mouth couldn't cash. They said if you don't learn from your losses, you can never learn anything to process your future better from your wins.
Tito Ortiz, what happens when we die?
What happens when we die? I leave a legacy behind me that I've helped people, that I've been a factor in somebody's life in a positive manner, and knowing that it was Tito Ortiz that helped me get through that hard time. That's what happens when we die. But yeah, I do got a big head. You want to know I got a big head? Because I got a lot of brains, baby.
At the end of the day, you got to say it as never can never be never, and I want to make sure that I don't ever say never again.
Rest in peace to my father, Samuel Ortiz. Died this morning at 11:10 a.m. at the age of 48 years old. But now he's up in heaven, I hope. And hopefully God accepts him, and I think he will, because he made a great man in me. I have a few gay friends, and they're over 18. I have no problem with it. And once again, if you're 18 and over, that's your decision, that's your decision. But do not push it on my children. Because kids can't even learn how to brush their teeth, let alone put on deodorant, or let alone wipe their own ass the right way unless you show them the right way. Now all of a sudden you're going to teach my children how to be a sexual predator? And I'm going to say that because most are.
It just matters who wakes up that morning with a smile on their face knowing that they have the fight won because they put the work in camp. They look behind them and there's not one rock unturned. Every rock is unturned behind them, and they know that they've found everything possible to prepare for the fight. And that's what I try to do for every one of my fights. I mean, through my whole life, I always understood one thing. Don't ever step on anybody, get ahead, and always be respectful.
Where are you training right now? Like, what's the camp like? Can you describe
my camp's doing amazing. I'm at Punishment Training Center, of course, and I go over to Rain with Mark Munoz, work with the guys there. They got a huge room in there. Brian Schwab, Cummings, of course, Mark Munoz, Michael Bisping, a lot of great guys. I'm able to go in there.
I mean, is there anyone at a high level who's undefeated in UFC?
No, I think the only one that has the closest undefeated record at a high level is Johnny Bones Jones, and the one loss that he does has was for a no contest.
You know, excluding yourself, if you were to name your Mount Rushmore of MMA fighters, the top 4 guys of all time, who would they be?
Hoist Gracie, Ken Shamrock, Randy Couture, and myself.
You know, not to get political about stuff, but here in Huntington, we're number 4 in the nation, the most conservative city. We are the Florida of the United States here in Huntington Beach. So
What the left is trying to do, and this is not Democrat versus Republican. This is good versus evil. I don't want to live in a socialist country. Plain and simple. I visit Cuba. I've seen how that country is. I've seen how Thailand is. I've seen how different countries are because I've traveled to Iraq 6 separate times with the USO. I don't want our country to become that, and they want to bring that into this country.
What's more important to you, money or the fact of our children and our families live under an American patriot country, a conservative country, where we got 3 things. We got God, we got faith, family, and freedom.
Yeah. Well, there's people waiting on your autograph. They want to meet you. They want to get to you. I want to thank you very much for coming on this show.
Without a doubt. Of course, everybody, podcast, thanks for supporting us. Punishment Athletics, punishment.com. Check it out.
The Ultimate Podcast, Tito Ortiz, Punishment Athletics. Yeah.